Join Andy today to talk about the middle class tax plan. This is Catching Up with Andy with State Representative Andy Schor.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Catching Up with Andy. Today, I'd like to talk about plans that I and the Democratic caucus have to make workers and the middle class our priority, especially in light of the recent tax increases passed on to them by the Republican legislature and Governor Snyder. These past few weeks, my Democratic colleagues and I have traveled across the state, hearing the concerns of Michigan residents from Monroe to Hancock and Detroit to Grand Rapids. We hear lots of things here at the Capitol, but it was important to get out and hear from residents throughout the state. My fellow Democrats and I are committed to staying in touch with the concerns of folks from across Michigan. As a result of these listening tour events, we have developed several policies that we plan to roll out which will help Michigan's middle-class residents. I'm hopeful that my Republican colleagues will agree with many of the ideas as well. Over the past 2 years, the Republicans have passed legislation, signed by the governor, that reduced the tax burden on big business. This created a large state budget shortfall, which was paid for by increases in the tax burden of Michigan's middle class and our workers. I've heard time and again about the effects of these new taxes, and I heard them in our listening tours. Financial talks around a kitchen table have become more stressful. Seniors who were on fixed budgets now have to pay more in taxes, and we should repeal the new taxes placed on seniors so they can again be sure to have the income that they expected for their budgets. But seniors were not the only ones affected by tax cuts for big businesses. Taxpayers are finding out now, as they file their taxes for last year, that they no longer have tax credits which they relied on to reduce their tax burden. We must reinstate the tax credits for Michigan's low-income workers. First, we need to restore the full earned income tax credit. Hardworking low-income residents are now paying more so that businesses could pay less. That's wrong, and we heard it from city to city. We must also restore other tax credits that all taxpayers relied on, such as the home heating credit, the child deduction credit, and the homestead property tax credit. When these changes are made, my constituents in the greater Lansing area and folks from all across the state will have more money to pay their bills and provide for their families. Wall Street is doing better than ever before, and we must ensure that the people of Michigan do better as well. For more information on my plans and goals for Michigan, you can go to my website at shore.housedems.com. Thanks again for watching, and join me in a couple of weeks to catch up again.
The doors to our office are open to talk about the issues. Stop by or give us a call at 517-373-0826 in Maryland, or Carissa will be there to help. Follow Andy on Twitter and like him on Facebook. Join Andy in a couple weeks to catch up again.